Cowlazars, 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 Cowlazars. Come on, let's have some adventures. We'll spend days, we'll spend weeks, we'll spend months working our way through treasure hunts. Cowlazars, Cowlazars. Weeks we'll spend months. Mike drinks coffee a ton. Feel free to send him some. Cowlazars, 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 Cowlazars. Watch Mike once, you'll want to watch him again. James Frey once called him to talk Forrest Fenn. Cowlazars, Cowlazars, you cannot go wrong. You could even say bovine photons. Now let's get going on the double. Let's talk treasure hunts. Let's talk puzzles. Cowlazars, 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 Cowlazars.
All a lie.
Okay, everybody, it's Thursday. It's May. It's the 14th of May. It's Thursday, the 14th of May. And me and K-Pro at the last minute are live, a little bit late, but that's all right. We're actually going to see who's subscribed to the channel because I didn't put a link anywhere today. So how are you, K-Pro?
I am good. I'm on coronavirus lockdown day 922, and I'm on homeschooling day 6,956. I want to do a shout out to every elementary, middle school, and high school teacher. God, we need to pay you so much more money. You guys keep our worlds a little more sane, but I'm doing it. I'm used to college kids. They're not really kids, but everybody's doing fine. But man, life is upside down. Yeah. So chasing Indy, actually, her and I were talking on the phone, and I literally couldn't hear her between all the kidlets. So yes, I'm sorry, Indy. I'm going to try to call you after. It has been, it's been a day. So. But yeah,
that's okay. That's what happens when everybody's stuck at home, for a long time. So, yeah. But we're here. We went live. It's a little late, but that's okay. We thought of skipping it, and K-Pro said, no, we have fans. No. We have a schedule. We have to stick to it.
Well, and
on the computer. So
I think everybody has probably figured out, if you haven't, I am with Mike right now. My world is very different and very full because we have literally 4 kids in the house and a little crazy.
I wish you weren't a liar.
But a week ago, these chats were like, I was locked down. Things were like, this is what I look forward to. So I am committed to say no skipping because I know, Mike, you can sit and play video games or do other. This is a lot of people's social interaction during lockdown heck of 2020.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I'm here. It took me a little talking into, but I'm here.
You're here.
Good job.
With the sound.
So what are we going to talk about? I know we had some words from Forrest, right? Should we jump right into that?
Words from Forrest and Yellowstone is opening, for those of you that don't know, and there's a few people in the room. Carrie Galloway, 4 kids plus 1 big kid. Yeah, we had a little bit of an issue with video games today, and I'll just say I was the only one in the entire house on one side, and there was a big kid and 4 other kids going, no, why turn off video game? No. So I get it, but I understand all sides of the issue.
Okay, so if you guys don't know, there was a featured question with Forrest over on Mysterious Writings from today, brand new from today. And we're going to read it right now. Dear Mr. Fenn, I don't know where I was the last 10 years, but I recently heard about your treasure hunt. Can someone new like me find your treasure? I feel like I'm way behind it all and can't catch up. Thank you, Lost Chaser. You read the answer, K-Pro, from Forrest.
Oh.
I have it up. All right.
No, I'm good. The treasure has not been found, so coming late to the treasure has not hurt you.
To the search.
Oh, that's what I meant. You may even have an advantage because your mind. Let me start.
Start it over. Rewind, start it over.
Oh my God. I did a lot more reading with kids today than you. Okay. The treasure has not been found. So coming late to the search has not hurt you. You may even have an advantage because your mind is fresh with new ideas. Like kids, we'll talk about that in a minute. When the time is right, please hunt safe. Good luck to you.
So Forrest just confirmed one, the treasure hasn't been found.
Boom.
So for anybody out there that says, yeah, I found it, you're wrong, and I
You're
don't want
wrong.
to hear it.
You're wrong.
The other thing is he says a new mind may have fresh ideas. So guess what that means? All the other ideas are wrong as well. At least all the other public ideas that he knows about. In my opinion, we're all on the wrong track. We're all missing that one thing. And I don't know what it is, but somebody someday may figure it out, or somebody someday may not figure it out. You know?
Right. Well, someday I think somebody will, or they'll stumble upon it or something. But I do think this is like a child. I just think so many of us are set in our ways. We're either jumping from place to place. I mean, Cynthia just in 1 week has jumped from several different areas. And I mean, I've jumped to every state but Colorado. So, I mean, that's what we do. So, Richard, you say every day your mind is new, but I don't know. I don't know if that's possible. But I think, yeah. And Chasing Indy, I actually think wakes up every day and says, I've had this huge breakthrough. I know I've got to look at the stuff you sent today, Chasing Indy. But no, I just think a new searcher is maybe ask the questions in a different way. And so, yeah, those are words from Forrest, which I do have to do a shout out to AGK. I know you didn't watch last night, but it's my social interaction. And Toby went over his annual survey, and the annual survey said, I don't know if you guys can hear me. Tell me if you can, because I have a lot of stuff going on. So he's talked about if Forrest doesn't engage with media and engage with words and things, we're going to see a further decline. He had decline in numbers and that sort of thing. And then what happens the next day? Forrest puts out words. Good job, AGK. I give you credit.
Unfortunately, Chasing Indy, you're only supposed to use the poem. Oh, no, just a joke. All right, go ahead, K-Pro. So what was it on AGK that relates? Because I didn't watch it.
Because he put out a survey and the numbers were down, and he said Forrest is completely allowed to like take on his own life and not have to be fully committed to the chase in giving words and words to the media and interviews and words to Jenny and words to Dale. But when he doesn't, then that's what happens. And what does he do? He gives out words the next day.
Oh, so he's paying attention, maybe. So, okay. I just wonder if Jenny had that for a long time and Forrest was like, put that one out. Or if he actually answered, I just wondered the timing.
Someone
Not that it
actually
matters,
asked on Facebook, like, when did you receive that from Forrest? I don't believe, this is a guess. I believe when Jenny gets something, she puts it out like within a day. I don't think she purposely holds anything. And I think she would note it if she did. So I haven't seen the answer. I've not been on Facebook in a while. So a few hours. So I don't know what the answer is to that. I need to catch up on lots and lots and lots of things.
All right. So that was the featured question with Forrest. So at least we know he's alive and well. That's good.
Yellowstone.
Hey, bro, that quote is very similar to another one from long ago. Nothing new. Well, it's new that it was posted yesterday, but yeah, I'm sure if anybody asked him the same question 2 years ago, he would have answered the same way. Yeah.
Well, but if you think about it, I used to get, when Forrest told me that he would put the announcement of the treasure chest being found on Thor, he said I would get probably within every couple of days somebody saying, but you didn't confirm today, you didn't confirm today, you didn't confirm today. So when he puts out something like the treasure chest is still out there today, that does give us new information. Even if he says it 2 weeks from now or 6 months from now, let's say he didn't say it for 10 years.
Well, Richard McKeever says, K-Pro, she said it was today. Now by she, I'm assuming he means Jenny Kyle, but that would be cool if she said, yeah, I got this from Forrest today saying, here's a question you had sent me before. Here's the answer, post it. So that's pretty cool. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no, you didn't at all. I was reading Thomas Lilly because I have not seen that. I don't think I've seen that name. So welcome, Thomas Lilly. And he knew how to put at K-Pro, so it highlights. Has anyone ever asked Forrest if people would have been around when he wanted to hide the treasure would he have waited for them to leave, or could he have still walked and
Oh,
hidden it?
it's a good question. As far as I know, we have not asked him, and nobody has asked him that question that I know of. So remember, he said I got real lucky because when I went there, nobody was around. So
Right.
his question is, if people were around, would he have waited? Could he have still done it? You know, and I don't think anybody's answered that I know of. I don't think anybody's asked him that I know
I
of.
don't think so either.
Good one, Thomas Lilly. And thanks everybody for tuning in. If anybody noticed, we have not posted the link for tonight's show anywhere because we were a little bit late. So for all you people, you're actually subscribed and you actually know that we go live on Mondays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. Pacific. But if you're not subscribed, now would be a good time to hit that subscription button. And this video you're watching right now in the little bottom right-hand corner is a red subscribe. You just hit that. And if it says sign in, that means you're watching without logging into YouTube. All you got to do is log in and hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, and you'll know whenever we go live. I have a feeling we're going to go live this weekend sometime, but we'll see. Me and Kate
We are, because I have an
something.
announcement about that. But here's the thing that's kind of interesting, because Mike goes around and posts on Thor and Harry's and Facebook and sometimes on Reddit when they allow us, if they feel good that day. A lot of people don't subscribe. We have about a 70% of our users or viewers do not subscribe. And usually it's backwards. For AGK, it's backwards. So maybe we're not going to put it out as much. And when you subscribe, you will get the super secret information before everyone else.
It's just for the subscribers.
It was just for you, baby.
All right, everybody. So yeah, do me a favor and subscribe. You know, some people have said, Cowlazars, why don't you do one of your old vlogs? Why don't you do one of your old ones? Maybe I will. We're at low. We're 3,700 and something. If we get to 3,800 subscribers, maybe I will do an old school vlog. We'll see. You never know. Probably will. Mike's sound is too loud and K-Pro's is too low. Well, we always have issues around here. Let me turn this.
Yeah, and I can't put, well, yeah.
Nope.
Doug Carver asks, how close were you of finding the rock for 10,000? I can tell you, I was within probably 10 feet of it. And that really sucks. So when you actually are in a treasure hunt again after that, and I also would like to invite everybody, if you see Chasing Indy, she's about 4 from the bottom on chat, please go click on hers and go to her channel. She's a YouTuber. She's doing a lot of interviews. She just had Cynthia on. She's had Dale on. She's a YouTuber and new but known. So I'm sure everybody in here already knows. Anyway.
Yeah, and then you'll be an evil person who makes money. But that's okay. Just you have to ignore it, Candy. That's all you can do is ignore the haters. And that's fine. But good. Yeah. Congratulations when you do make 1,000. And that's awesome. And why not monetize if you can? If you're making content that people want to watch and YouTube says you're allowed to do that, then why not? I know.
Well, it was funny because somebody actually said, I have about 2,000 subscribers and you'd be shocked how little you make. And it's like, I won't go into every month because it always fluctuates, but it's very appreciated because it covers some of the equipment costs and things, but it's definitely not something that you can.
Speaking of evil people, Super Chat's on. So if anybody wants to send a donation, there's a little button right there where you can do that. There's a little $sign down in the chat.
Yeah. And Zara is
asking there if you want to.
Zara is asking, there's a birthday boy coming up in July and I'm already making. So you guys, we're all going to talk about that offline because it's going to be a little surprise for Mr. Cowlazars.
That should be interesting.
Yeah. No, that'll be for our surprise show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Surprise over the weekend. Subscribe, guys, because I'm not posting a link for that one either.
Yeah.
You can go live. I had an idea of going live on my own, so we may do a couple things this weekend. We'll see. And then Memorial Day weekend's coming up next weekend. We have a long weekend, and who knows what could happen. So yeah, just subscribe to the channel is what we're trying to say.
Yep. So here's the other thing. We have had a few requests of getting some kids together, doing a non-live Zoom, but then publishing it afterwards if all moms and dads are okay. We are going to be doing that. So if you have any kids that want to sit and chat about, we already have probably 8 interested. We have 4. We have our 4-pack right with us. So if you're interested in that, let's just say like 16 and younger, just kid-ish. I think 18, 19 gets a little older because we have a 6, an 8, a 10, a 15.
Go ahead. I didn't interrupt you, did I? It's low. No. You're muted. So we got 2 super chats. Thanks, guys. Richard McKeever and Czar. Richard McKeever says stimulus. I got my stimulus check from the government yesterday. Finally, I didn't think I was going to get one, but I did. And Czar with the big $10 super chat for evil people's use only. Thanks, Czar. We appreciate it. Definitely let us know when you are coming back to Vegas. And the other thing is, when you super chat, we have something the other channels don't. And what is that we have?
Things go well, I might be showing her my O face. Oh. You know what I'm talking about. Oh.
Oh, we have a soundboard, everybody. K-Pro knows it's all in fun. But all I say to those people,
don't be a player hater.
That's it. Okay. Thank you for the super chats, guys. We appreciate it.
Okay. Yeah, Jack. I actually, no, I can, it's like right there.
Should I show them?
Well, there's Chris, there's David, there's Cowlazars.
Hey, I'll give you guys a peek real quick. Ready? Oh, wait a minute. That's not the peak I was talking about.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. Boom. There you go. Hey, that's behind. I actually moved things around. So this is kind of the new command center setup. So there you go.
Well,
bag now.
Not only in the new command center setup, the hard part is he's set up for a party of one. So he doesn't have his microphone and all that. So that's why we're in 2 different locations like we are. So anyway, we are.
I feel like I bought a ticket to a train wreck.
I do too.
It's a little tight in here. We're working on a house, everybody. Working on or big or something because this place is way too small. So
I'm muted.
There you go.
Let's talk about Yellowstone. It's opening. It's happening. This is happening.
Yellowstone's open. Isn't it a certain gate or something?
No.
What?
On
or
Monday,
going to open. Yeah, going to open.
Yeah, on Monday they're going to be opening. And this is how I understand it. Correct me if I'm wrong, friends. Montana entrances are opening. Wyoming entrances are not, because one governor has opened up the state, one governor has not. So you can only get in certain states.
Yeah, so which means one entrance or 2 is open, but 1 is not, right? Isn't that same as saying a state entrance? Yeah,
exactly.
Isn't that weird that the one state says, I'm not going to open our side of the park, but the other one does? Just ignore it, honey. Doesn't matter. Okay, glad that took everything off. Or we could just tell them,
turn off that television, y'all!
because we're live. Yeah, so that's cool. Now we know, is Cynthia still in the area up there? Do you know, or she made her trek back yet?
Oh, she's still out. She's never coming back.
Super chat. I'll buy that for $1 or $5. But Mike has to show his O face. Wouldn't be appropriate to ask for K-Pros. Yeah, okay, all right, because easy.
Oh, goodness gracious. You asked for that.
Yeah, see, and now I got to play a soundboard clip. All right, here we go.
Can I buy you?
Okay. What I was going to say is I got an email from somebody that said, hey, up in Montana, isn't there a 14-day self-quarantine if you enter the state? So they were wondering how they put it was, did the authorities make Cynthia do that? And I'm like, did the authorities make Cynthia self-quarantine? I don't know. Well, you mean because they see an out-of-state driver's license and she gets pulled over? So I don't, if you just go up there and you're camping or whatever, how does anybody know where you're from? So I don't think you have to self-quarantine. I don't know what the rules are. Maybe that is the rule?
I do not know, but Jack did. And Richard, thank you. It's Wyoming that is open. Montana is not. So I apologize. Yeah, Jack, Cynthia licking her wounds by now. I just think Forrest told me one time she just makes up places to go because she likes being out boots on the ground so much. She's a hiker. She's an outdoorsy person. She's been dying for a while. So, yeah.
I got an email from Dave Calvi.
Did I do good, Daddy?
He has a YouTube channel, and his daughter's been on there, which is cool. But his YouTube channel is Dave Calvi, Calvi. So check it out. He just doesn't open Zoom, and he has searchers come on. I saw a couple people. I haven't been in there yet, Dave, but one of these nights I will join you. He had a couple searches. I never heard of him before, so that was pretty cool.
He had Jack on.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
The Rooster himself. No.
Well, it was Rooster versus Rooster.
They were Rooster versus Rooster. The cock battle. All right.
Oh,
but here, Dave sent 2 featured questions from Forrest that he says sound similar. So I'm going to read those for everybody's enjoyment right now. From 2017. No, fresh eyes and new thinking might provoke a winning idea. I would advise new searchers to look for the clues in my poem and try to marry them to a place on a map. It seems like the longer one thinks about the search, the more they complicate the problem. That was 2017. Here's another one from 2020. The treasure has not been found, so coming late to the search. Oh, that's the one from today. The treasure has not been found, so coming late to the search has not hurt you. You may even have an advantage because your mind is fresh with new ideas. So he's saying the similarity is from 2017, fresh eyes and new thinking might provoke a winning idea. And then the quote from yesterday, your mind is fresh with new ideas. So good points, Dave, to point out for sure. I think Forrest is trying to tell us the same things over and over again. He just isn't going to come right out and tell us what it is.
Yep. Well, and I want to make a note on Dave Calvi's show because I've been on a couple times, and Candy's for that matter, but Dave especially, he goes on late / early in the morning. So it's usually after all the other shows. And so it's kind of cool because if you're an evening person, like midnight-ish, and it starts to like, oh, it's time to go to sleep and you want to kind of wind down with Dave, he's chill. He is a little bit different than the average rooster because he doesn't say like, this is my spot, but he will give his thoughts about the different clues and those sorts of things. And he invites everybody on and wants to chat. He's just, I like his channel.
And did you guys hear about the lady who fell in the geyser in Yellowstone recently? Apparently there was video, but it was webcam, but I never saw. It was like way from a distance. She looked like an ant, but apparently she got out and she walked out and drove before she ran into a park ranger. So it's not like she was horribly injured, but I mean, she was injured, which is horrible.
Okay.
Right?
How many of you got at least 15 messages? Is that Cynthia? Is she okay?
Right. We got an email that said, I heard somebody said, yeah, it was her that they were referring to. But what's really weird is somebody sent me live audio from when she fell. Check it out. Apparently there were some stairs, and apparently she had a backpack full of stuff. So it's crazy. I don't know who was there to record it. It might have been the park ranger who sent it. Wait a minute. Okay, there it was. That live audio, everybody, from the lady who fell in the geyser. It's crazy.
Well, and
smart. That's right, William.
I think someone actually confirmed with Cynthia, maybe, and I think the answer was, I'm not that dumb.
And William just said she's smarter than that.
Yeah. Well, and the person had a couple dogs that were running around. That's one
Logan Pettyjohn says, I think I saw Cynthia today. Is she in Sinks Canyon? Now, is that a trick to try and figure out where she's searching? I don't know. I don't even know where Sinks Canyon is. So K-Pro could answer that one, maybe.
I don't know. I don't know where. I will tell you, I did not know Cynthia was traveling, and I do have to say, I thought Candy gets really excited about new solves and new areas and stuff, and she's like, and I gave it to Cynthia, and Cynthia and we're partnered, and I thought I better check in with Cynthia. I haven't talked to her in like 2 or 3 days, and I thought Candy might have misinterpreted or got a little excited. Cynthia's like, I have a new search partner, and it's Candy, and I'm like, when did this happen? It's so interesting, the tangents and networks. And she's like, her and I talked for like 4 hours on the phone, and we figured out something, and I had to run and jump and do it. Anyway.
Sinks is in Lander, Wyoming. I did know that, Redneck.
I wish you weren't a liar.
But I remembered we were supposed to show the rest of the Forrest Fenn clips, remember? And discuss.
Yes.
That's what we were going to do today. So maybe we'll do that here toward the end.
William says, new lawsuit. She watched your show and she was just tipping her toe in it.
Ah, nice.
How does one go about getting on the Rooster roster? Not important. The Rooster roster is something that AGK does.
The Rooster roster. I like it.
Yeah. And you actually put which month. And then at the end of that month, you take the walk of shame back and check in with Toby and Shelly and say that you didn't do it, except if you're Jack. Jack and I have a little side bet. $2 bill. This is a family tradition in my family, and Jack's like family because he's the lead searcher in my heart, which means nothing. And so it's a $2 bill, and the $2 bill, if Jack finds it by the end of the month, says Jack is the king, the best searcher in the world. He's going to have $1 million treasure chest, but the $2 bill is important. By the end of the month, if he has not found it, he is sending me a $2 bill saying Christy or K-Pro is the queen and knew I would not find it.
I actually also have a bet with a searcher. I'm not going to say who it is, but last year we had a bet, and I'm not going to say the amount that he thought it would be found, and I said it wouldn't, and he paid up. And this year he doubled the amount. So this is somebody who thinks they're close, who thinks they have the area, and more than, $20, put it that way. And he says it'll be found by October 1st, or maybe it was Halloween. Anyway, but yeah, so people are very confident, and that's kind of a rooster. What are you laughing at?
I just had to 9 clues. You shock me sometimes.
Yeah, we got to give a shout out to Randy for that one, don't we? Oh, we don't? Oh, Valentine Goose on YouTube, everybody.
Oh, that's what he was talking. I thought you meant Randy Balloon. I'm like, what does
Oh, Randy, the Beacon Star.
Okay.
He made a joke. He made a parody video about anagramming the book, and it was pretty funny. So go check out Valentine Goose on YouTube. Go subscribe to that channel as well. Chasing Indy, Dave Calvi, ours, Hint of Riches. Subscribe to all of it.
Oh, Holly asks, does Jack Jack have to pay $2 for every identity he uses at Jack Jack? Exactly, because I will just say Jack Jack was on a certain show and his name showed. I've talked to his name and I've talked to Jack Jack, and I feel a little duped. I've talked to multiple Jack Jacks.
You have a brain like a chicken.
Oh, I don't know who that was directed to.
Okay. So anyway, I think this is going to be a fun season, because here's something that my coworker said to me. Once we're able to be all around each other again, we're going to be so appreciative in a different way than previous years. So I think this means we need to get a little something going on in Wyoming. What do you think? A little searcher meetup this summer, don't you think?
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I'm up for it. We were talking about a fishing expedition, but even if we can't make that happen, a meetup at least would be cool. Let's all go to the medicine wheel. You want to try the wheel? We all make try the wheel t-shirts when we go up there to the medicine wheel. No?
You make the t-shirts, I'll go.
No.
I think all kids should go, because the kid's going to find this thing.
What about that black dude that had all that Cialis?
Why? Why would I play that? I don't know. Anyway,
see, that one goes in the trash.
Oh, there's others I could play, but I won't. Okay. Did we have more to go over? Did we want to resume our Forrest Fenn clips discussion?
Let's resume our Forrest Fenn clips, because I think we'll only get through a few, because we're a little late right now. No, guys, do not encourage him with laughter. No.
We can go till like 15 after. We do have poker in 45 minutes, and this is for Copper Dan's Too Far to Walk piece. The poker is absolutely free on Poker Stars. You guys should have that info, especially if you're subscribed. You should already know. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the clips. All right, give me a second. You tell them about poker or whatever you want, K-Pro. Give me a second to find.
Okay, so tonight is a regular poker game. It starts at 7:30, so about 45 minutes from now. You have to register on Poker Stars, and then you actually have to get in the club, so you'll have to interact with Mike or I to get you in quickly. This tournament, the prize was donated, and it is Copper Dan's new let's see. WWWH
Canyon Down.
Too Far to Walk. So it's a Too Far to Walk. And if you don't know Copper Dan, his art is magnificent. It's wonderful. And pictures don't really do it justice. I know he's doing a lot remotely right now, and that has to be a bummer for him, because when you see his art face to face, it's awesome. So, okay. So here's the rest of it, because Nemo just chimed in. So it was top 3 on the Monday flight, top 2 because it was a heads up tournament Tuesday night, top 3 tonight, and then it's top 4 on Saturday. So Jack likes poker because he has a pennant for bluffing. Yes. Dave, here's the funny part. So I was on Dave Calvi's show. So it was Dave and Jack, and I was kind of in the middle, the two roosters. And Dave was telling Jack he doesn't have it, and really he has the solution. And then Jack is like, no, I have the solution. You don't, Dave. And they went kind of back and forth. Now, Dave had the upper hand, I thought, because Dave was willing to say, well, here's why I think this, or here's why I think that. He was a little bit more forthcoming. Jack's one of those that won't even give his search state, because that would give away the entire solve. So he won't give anything out. And so it was quite interesting, though, to watch two roosters go at it with no, I know, and no, I know. And they went back and forth. It was quite cute.
I think I got it where we left off. We've got about 8 minutes, so I think this will work out well. And then at the end, I want to play something else. It's kind of cool. It'll be a surprise. All right, we ready? Jump into it?
Fire away, darling.
All right, here we go.
Pass away.
Oh, it's not that far. We were about 15-minute mark. All right, here we go.
They blamed it on their treasure chest. So
hang on. Let me make sure. Is my sound all the way up? Yeah, it seems low. Okay, here we go.
The community is dubbed a lead searcher. Do you believe there's a lead searcher?
Define that term. What is a lead searcher?
The searcher closest to the treasure chest?
How in the world would you know that you were the closest? If you know that you're the closest, why don't you get the treasure chest and go home? As far as I'm concerned, there's no such thing as a lead searcher. And I don't know where that phrase originated, but.
And so many are confident.
Okay, hang on. Why don't you find the damn treasure chest and get it if you know where it is? I just like how he's like, what? Now, you took a lot of flack, K-Pro, because they said you asked the question the wrong way when he said, what does a lead searcher mean to you? Oh, no, you didn't. Yeah, actually, you did ask it your way. But I still like, he's just like, in other words, think about what that means. If a person thinks they're the lead searcher, not mentioning any names, Forrest is like, how do you know that if you don't have the treasure chest? So everybody who says, I know I'm in the right area, I just have to go back 500 times. You have a good solve. You have a viable solve. I'm not knocking your solve, but you don't know you're in the right area. You could be in the wrong state for all we know.
Yeah, and there was a recent video another tuber did about how wrong I was because I asked it wrong, and then I came to the different conclusion. So here's the thing that I think Forrest was saying. He is not saying that by definition, there is somebody that is closer, that has been closer to the treasure chest than anyone else, whether it's 20 feet, 200 feet, 600 feet, or 27 miles. It does it 2,700 miles. One person has been technically closer than anyone else.
Physically closer, right?
Physically closer. And that is how I defined it. But I think the point he was making that needs to be emphasized is he has never told anybody that it's them, that they are the lead searcher, the closest one. So there's no way for them to know it. And though they might self-profess it, it means nothing because the only person who knows where it is, you might think you're the closest, but it's ludicrous to think that matters because you have no credentials. You don't know where it is. You're not Forrest Fenn and you don't have it in hand. If you did, go out and get it. Otherwise, you're 2,700 miles away. Boom.
There it is. Enough said. All right.
That they have it found or they're right there.
Rewind.
And I don't know where that phrase originated, but.
And so many are confident that they have it found or they're right there. Does that surprise you? And it's such an interesting phenomenon, I find.
That's who we are as a people. Hundreds of thousands of people have figured out exactly where the treasure is. They know it's there, but they go there and it isn't there. So one of two things have happened. Either somebody's already found it and they're mad, or the whole thing's a hoax. And they write me and tell me that they're mad at me or the other person that found it. But the funny thing is they're all still out there looking. It may be a hoax, but if it's a hoax, why don't you quit looking for it?
All right. So I guess we kind of discussed that. We'll keep going, right? He's in his mind, there is not a lead searcher because nobody knows they're the lead searcher. Nobody can know unless you have the treasure.
There's a little bit of a difference here. I think the difference where he continues is think of how many searchers that are out there right now. And this is not the people that we were just talking about. I still think they're in the rooster phase. But after they've gone out, they don't find it. They are now suing Forrest. They are now slandering Forrest. They are saying it's not out there. They are calling him horrible names, saying he's done horrible things, all of that. Some of them get over it and then re-engage with the community and everybody's supposed to ignore it. But there are some people that have been, and that's who we are as a people. We need the attention. And then when we don't get it, then we turn it. So as long as you don't turn into a bitter Betty, that's why I have so much fun with Jack.
Bitter Betty.
He can be confident, and I say go for it. I don't think he tells anybody they're wrong and they're stupid. So he doesn't have like that.
Same with Dave Calvi when I said he's the most confident searcher. That's all in good fun, guys. I'm not knocking anybody. But Heavy Load's trying to say, he said it twice now, then why has Forrest said the person who finds the chest will go with confidence? I still think that could be a true sentence, Heavy Loads. There's something in that poem when we click or when we figure it out, we will go with confidence. But until you find the treasure chest, you are not that person. You see the distinction? There's 1,000 people that think they are that person that are going with confidence on their next boots on the ground, and they can't all be right. So the only person that can go with confidence to find it is the person that actually finds it.
Right, but I'm going to go back to what you just said. I'm not knocking anybody. I am. I'm the first to say I am. There's a handful of searchers that have either sued Forrest or harmed him horribly and really made him even question this chase. Some of them have come back to the community and didn't even apologize and just want to be embraced again. Until there's a little bit of an apology. And from what I've heard, these people have done it privately with Forrest. I think there's so much damage that had been done in the community, or if you sue Forrest or you break into his home or you do any of those other things, there are some that I absolutely say, I'm knocking you. I won't call you out by name because I think it's pretty obvious who you are. You know, the ones that have hated Forrest in some way or another, or disparaged him, or have said all those host of things. I won't get into the negative, but I knock some people, the people that deserve it. They're not good people. They did the wrong thing. And as long as they have apologized and moved on. But if you're a tuber and you've been one of those, you should probably state that apology as your first video, in my opinion.
Indy, I'm confident you will hit 1,000 subscribers. Must Listen Good says yes, but if you don't have confidence before you go, you're wasting your time. You're not wasting your time. You can have a good vacation. You can go boots on the ground and then come back and rethink and replan, and it helps you come up with another solution. So I wouldn't say that's a waste of time. I would just say so many people have gone with confidence that don't find it. That's all.
Well, and it's interesting because one other thing came up and then we're going to move on. LOL, if someone sues F and ends up finding it. It was funny because one of the people that I think were the nastiest about his personal life and personal things about him, and they were putting out a lot of public personal information about him, they were still searching. And I actually just was like, oh, if they find it, that's just, the world's not fair then, because they were so vicious to Forrest and so nasty. I don't think they're actively searching, or at least some of them aren't. I think they're more just putting out information to kind of, like, it's a human nature. They need to be in the limelight. Good, wrong, good, bad, or indifferent. Some people just need attention, whether it's good or bad. So.
All right, here we go.
What do you believe will happen to the search when you pass away?
Well, it'll continue until somebody finds it. I mean, they're still looking for the lost Dutchman mine down out of Mesa, Arizona. I mean, that's been going on for 50 years or more. It'll continue until something ends it.
Well, one thing you do on a pretty
okay, I just got to pause because did you notice that he looked over at Douglas Preston when he answered the question? When he mentions the Mesa Verde treasure hunt, he looks over at Douglas Preston. But isn't it interesting that he's like, it'll continue on until somebody finds it, and then he looks over at Douglas almost as if when I'm gone, somebody else is going to have something to do. Here, I'll play it again. It's just when he looks to the left, he's looking at Douglas Preston. Watch. Probably totally random, or maybe Douglas Preston has a book about the lost Dutchman mine. I don't know. I just watching this now, I just caught that he looks over at Douglas.
Been going on for
there it was right there.
Pass away.
Well, it'll continue until somebody finds it. I mean, they're still looking for the lost Dutchman mine down out of Mesa, Arizona. I mean, that's been going on for 50 years or more. It'll continue until something ends it.
Well, what you do on a pretty consistent basis is confirm whether the treasure is still out there. We won't have that confirmation. It seems.
There are some problems that come with this treasure hunt.
Okay.
No, that's not true. There's a way to know, but I'm not going to tell you what it is.
What is the one?
That's huge in my opinion. I mean, he's joking around and says, yeah, after I'm gone, I can't tell you guys it's still there. There's some problems. But then he thinks, he says, no, that's not true. There's a way, but I'm not going to tell you.
Now, here's what he didn't say, which I think sometimes we need to think about what he didn't say. There's a way to know, but I'm not going to tell you. Do you think that there is something that he's going to tell someone where it's not the location, but maybe he tells Douglas or Shiloh or someone, here's the way you will be able to confirm if somebody's actually found it, and then you can announce that part. But I'm not
of that. Yeah, that never occurred to me that there's a way for someone to know who would then tell everyone else. Is that what you mean?
Right. Like he didn't say, he said, I'm not going to tell you, K-Pro, and the room of people that we were recording with. But he could have ended that sentence, but I'm going to tell someone, they won't know where it is, but they will be able to confirm it after I'm dead and gone. What if that was the rest of that sentence?
I've always took it until you mentioned this, is what you just said might make more sense, but I always took it at the way he says, I'll know when it's found is the same way. It's the same way that he'll know after he's gone, that we'll all know it's found. It's the same thing. It's the same mechanism. It's the same item, whatever it is. But you're right. Maybe he has set something up that after he's gone, there's a way somebody else will know without knowing the location. Yeah, that's interesting.
Well, okay, let's stop it here because I do want to say something that I haven't said, and there's been a couple of us searchers talking about it. I'm going to put my opinion on something of how Forrest knows. I think several of the searchers that are been in the hunt a long time agree. And let's see if you follow my logic, Michael. Forrest has said he will know when the treasure chest has been found. He's also said opposite, but let's just go with the premise that he knows when the treasure chest has been found.
Mm-hmm.
Many people, including me, I thought it was a webcam for a long time. He said in our interview, is that one of the clips where he says
what?
I forget exactly how he said it. Here's how. Okay, I have a guess of how he's going to know.
Oh yeah, you brought this up and never told me. This is something you've not told me before, right?
Correct. I might have in passing. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
It's breaking news to me. I'm trying to figure out why you haven't told me. Okay, how do you think that Forrest will know when it's found?
It's very random. It's not actually groundbreaking. So Forrest has said that he has tried on several occasions to step away from the treasure hunt, correct? He has also tried to step away from his email. I believe, and I won't say who and what I've confirmed with. I'll just say, why did Forrest put his email in? Why did Forrest put his email in the book? And when Forrest says he gets 140 emails a day, why doesn't he just stop looking at them? Why doesn't he give the few searchers he wants to hear from a different email address? Forrest, it's okay to bother me at earthlink.net or gmail.net. And Cynthia gets those and etc. Everyone has the same email. Me, Cynthia, others.
Well, anybody. Well, actually, the email that's in the Thrill of the Chase is actually an incorrect email at this point, is it?
Correct.
Okay. But why he put into it originally, I think it was for people to email him. I think he wanted to hear the stories of people looking for it.
Yeah, but what did he put out in one of the scrapbooks to Dale? Stop emailing me. Now, I had so many people said that, but that doesn't mean me because I'm friends with him. But he did say his emails, one of the conversations I had, he went from about 150 down to about, it might have been in the interview, down to about 50 or 60 a day. It really helped. But he still is getting 50 or 60 a day. He does not like getting those volumes of email. So all of you that think, it doesn't mean me, keep emailing him all the time. Don't, especially solves and things, just don't. Unless you have it in hand, don't, in my opinion. But I believe that he is looking, and he has said he scans for keywords.
Right.
Why does he do that? Now, he could set it up technologically. We're talking about a guy who literally had a magnifying glass rather than just blowing up the resolution on his machine. I believe there's something in that's the only way he's going to be able to confirm.
By an email. No. Well, then what about after he's gone? So you're saying somebody else will be monitoring his email?
No, I don't. I think everybody will know Forrest is gone. So why would they monitor the email?
Well, that's another point. If in the treasure chest, the title to the gold or some piece of paper says email, send an email if you find this treasure chest type thing. But Forrest is already gone. I'm still sending an email to that email because I don't know who he set that up with to look at that email. So you just think it's as simple as somebody's going to email him, and that's why he says nobody's found it because nobody's told me they found it.
Well, and I don't know why they'll email him. It's either going to be because they have to, because of something in the treasure chest, or there's a reason. I do think there's a reason that compels them. But I absolutely believe it's via email, and that's why he cannot step back from his email.
That's interesting. I think when he thinks about it and says, no, there's a way, I think I wouldn't go to email as that way but that would mean somebody could find it and not tell him and he would never know. In other words, if I find it and I'm just like, you know what, it's got all these instructions, it's got all this, I'm not doing any of that. I'm going to take it home and I'm never going to tell a soul. I'm going to put it under my bed and I'm going to go to the Pawn Store the pawn store once every 6 months and just try and liquidate it. And you know what I mean? I would hope that whoever finds it, he will know whether that person contacts him or not, but it's just a guess.
Yeah.
So maybe it wasn't breaking news. All right. All right. We got
I will just say you'll see in the end. Kind of like what Jack did.
We'll see in the end.
We'll see in the end.
What if Forrest has collected? Well, how about this for a crazy idea? Forrest has collected every single email he's ever gotten, and there'll be just a blast that's sent out to everybody saying it's found from Forrest, from an email address that says, so he'll contact every single person he's gotten an email from. It'll be one email that just goes out to everybody that says it was found on this day, blah, blah, blah. Person wants to be anonymous, not anonymous. Here's the solve. You won't know the solve, whatever. That would be cool. Something tells me Forrest is not going to be able to do that but we did get a super chat. Let me go back. Our buddy Jan Schutz says, I'm the lead searcher, not JJ nor Dave C. I'm the rooster and JJ and Dave are Jive Turkeys, Mr. Cotter. Jive Turkeys, Mr. Cotter. I remember Welcome Back, Cotter. Do you, Christy? Probably not. No, Dave.
Is that a TV show?
Gabe Kaplan. No. Yeah, it was a TV. It was John Travolta was in it when he was like 17 or 18. Wow. Up your nose with a rubber hose. All right. Thanks for that blast from the past. You want to stop it here and not keep going? Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah, but no, we can wrap up now or over the next couple of minutes. I do have to say.
Video. Want to stop the video clip?
Yes.
All right. Let's see where we left off. We are at 17:30, everybody. We have another 6.5 minutes. So next show, maybe even over the weekend, we'll do this last 6.5 minutes. Okay.
Yeah. I think we're going to have more roosters than ever, in my opinion. I think Toby showed on his show last night, and I'm going to try. Toby has, those of you that ask, okay, I had about 3 thoughts all at the same time. Toby has year by year data. Some people asked in chat last night if he would be willing to share the data with me, and I actually do some different statistical analysis. You guys don't need to know the names of all that stuff. But he said yes. And so I'm going to run year-to-year data. I'm going to run different variables against each other to say, are more men roosters? How long have you been in the chase? That sort of thing. So, yeah. So,
another super chat. Here's one.
Don't worry, we can just transfer money from your account into a portfolio with your son, and it's gone.
And it's gone. Thank you, Richard McKeever. His email was also in $17 a square inch, so it sounds like he puts his email maybe in books.
Nice.
But yeah, I think he likes the interaction with searchers. Yeah, maybe it gets ugly sometimes, but I think overall it's been a positive experience, and he wants to know from people.
I think it was in Dave Calvy's chat because Chasing Indy just brought it up. We've coined a new phrase. So there's the rooster, the one that's like, you're wrong and I'm right and you're so stupid, ha ha ha, all of that. And then there is a peacock, the beautiful feathers of a peacock because of breakfast tea and bourbon. The peacock is one that says, this is what I consider Dave. And actually even Jack kind of. I am very confident. I feel like I can talk to you guys about it in generalities because I really am confident and I'm a part of this community. That's not bad. I don't think confidence is bad. Right. I think you're stupid, you're this, you're that. That's bad. But I like peacocks. So I say, Dave Calvey, those are the types of people. And he did say he's going live later. And that's awesome.
Jack as well, gee whiz. But I invite everybody to come play poker with us. And then we have a Zoom that we do not broadcast, but people come in and talk. Dave Calvey sounds like he'll be live. If anybody wants to jump in there. And yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Thanks everybody for the super chats. And I want to play something when we play us out. Is there anything else we want to go over?
I don't think so, unless the room has some questions. I don't think so. There you go.
Chasing Indy says I coined the peacock phrase. Okay.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know where it was, but it's a great.
And that's like Forrest says, who came up with the lead searcher? I wonder when that term was first used. I mean, I don't know, but because it's going back several years, right?
Lead searcher or rooster. I think AGK did the rooster. Yeah. Lead searcher, I think actually came up on the forums before anywhere else. Oh, okay. It was like, I want to say it was lead dog because of his he has a quote out there, or scrapbook or words or something that says, if you are the lead dog, your view changes, but if you're in second, your view never changes, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, we were all drinking, LOL. Trained falcons have the eye on the chest. When it's found, a note will be delivered to Forrest. That's what Fenny Bones says. Fenny Bones.
Fenny Bones. Speaking of Fenny Bones, I'm actually going to show a little video that Fenny Bones made recently. That's another one you should go subscribe to. FENNYBONES. Fenny.
No, well, he's just right there. Click on that, and it'll say take to the channel and take to his channel. He's been fun and lighthearted, and he emailed us and said, "Can I have some pictures for a parody I'm doing?"
Right.
And I actually thought to myself, I don't think there's been any parody that's gone well, but Fenny Bones has been so cool. Let's do it. And it's awesome.
It only has 800 views. Come on, everybody. You should go over there and watch it several times. I'm going to play it. I asked him if it was okay to play it, and he did give me the permission. Yeah, I said it, Richard. $70 a square inch also has his phone number in it. Yeah, I did mention that. So yeah, the music video you did. I'm assuming that is you singing it, Fenny Bones, right? That was pretty good. I like it.
And Dave Cappy says, if you ain't the lead dog, the scenery never changes. So I think lead dog turned into lead searcher, and then it went from there. That's what I think. I have no idea. Dave Cappy coined it. Okay, whoever. Someone coined it somewhere at some time. I love that Rooster, lead searcher, Rooster. There was a couple of new searchers that emailed me, and they're like, I don't even understand what you people are saying. And I take them back to the video that's like, they're like, what's BOTG? And I was like, we talk our own, like, my brother was really into Star Trek and Star Wars. No, Star Trek. No, Star Wars. One of them.
Star Wars, I would hope.
Like, speak that language.
Probably Star Trek. Oh, it's probably Star Trek with the
Klingon.
Warg. Klingon, yeah. Klingon. All the different, yeah. He actually, what a nerd.
Oh my God. Mike just called my brother a nerd.
I called Mike. I sees him.
And he has right back. So I just think it's
right. And Sam, you're probably right on that comment you made. Okay, everybody. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take it out with Fenny Bones parody song. Poker in 22 minutes. But if you can't make it in because you're not registered or whatever, we're doing another one. Is it Friday and Saturday or just Saturday? Just Saturday. Saturday's one. We're doing one earlier. I'm going to try and talk Nemo and do a lot of chips, like maybe 10 or 20,000, so we can play for a couple hours. And then we'll have two final tables from all these tournaments. The top 2 or 3 go to Sunday, and Sunday there will be a group of 12. And the winner of those 2 tables get copper hands. Too far to walk. Yeah, no, Richard, I got it. I told everybody. I understand. All right. Okay, everybody, here we go. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, because you never know when there could be a new clip. All right, here we go. Everybody should have seen this by now, but in case you didn't. Now. Fenny Bones on YouTube. Go subscribe.
Looking for a blaze and a wasting time while my warm water's halt is a going dry. I found my quest in the canyon down. I must put in below the home of Brown.
I can turn this off.
There.
Well, I was brave in the wood, you see. My wife stays home with my dog Willie. I got a flashlight sandwich and a sit down to drive. A fence searcher can survive.
Oh, double.
A fence searchers can survive. I read his book all day long, less than 22 hours I had to solve. We make our own words key and our own shows too. We're all lead searchers. Look, a rooster just flew. We know west of Toledo a gold just lies, and a fence searcher can survive. Yes, fence searchers can survive. Because our boots climb down our shadows from the sun with holes we'll chase again. If you ain't into that, then don't join our clan. We came from the chest indulgence, from rhymes through the Rocky Mountains, a poem well disguised. And we can spend $1 to get out in the pine, and a fan such a can't survive. Yes, a fan such a can't survive. Forrest had a good friend in New York City. The rebel changed his name, yeah, Eric was a witty. His mentor taught him to paint the homeland, and Fenn taught himself to be a businessman. He used to bring him paintings of the desert skies, and Fenn sold them for a compromised price. On his way to lunch to meet his dear wife. At the age 80, Eric Sloan lost his life. We saw Dizzy Dean on the cover of Time, and wimpy burgers were a nickel, not a dime, on a fence such a can't survive. Yeah, fence such as can't survive. 'Cause dates on stamps are at the drawing looks fun. 'Cause we all have no doubt we're all #1. Yeah, we see your face and we say bam, because on another map looks more like Forrest Fenn. Whoa, we may not seem normal and our souls may not be glam. No place for the meek all around this land. We can try our luck, we have the poem memorized. The fence searcher is alive. I swear we're not deprived. The fence searchers can't survive. The fence searchers can't survive.
Tripping, dude. Tripping.
Thanks very much.
All right.
Now keep searching, y'all.
There it is, everybody. Subscribe, hit that thumbs up button. We'll be live over the weekend. And thank you to Fenny Bones for that video. That was pretty cool. We'll see you next time.
The ID card is from the